Oh my God, what is all of this? That's a lot of things to say. A new language does not change your mind. Oh my God, that's such a surprise. Let's read the other bubbles. Ichigo, Ichi. Communities. Survival mode versus creative mode. This reminds me of what? Minecraft, right? English is already all set. Right? That's a interesting take, all right? A hot take, if you will. Brains don't work just on grammar. So if you flip languages, you're not like flipping your whole like mind. It doesn't work like that. Dolce far niente, all right? Coffee, what does all of that mean? All right, so right behind our lovely mind map, we got bubbles, keywords, all right? Neuroplasticity, brain connectivity, all right? The roads between the buildings, etymological aha moments, cognitive, you hear that? That's my belly, that's my stomach. It's really embarrassing because I'm hungry. Cognitive flexibility, all right? More mental sovereignty. Wow, all right. How about we begin? The blue bell to begin and the red bell to end our class. So let's begin. So, unfortunately, I think I have lost my Minecraft axe. I used to have it. Really want to use it now. I don't know why, but it looked amazing. Really. Damn, it looks so good to just put all of that stuff here, you know. Yeah, it looks nice. All right, so let's begin. So the first thing is communities. It's too bright, isn't it? All right. So the first thing is communities. When you speak another language, you're not talking about like a physical thing, this is a car, all right? So you're just saying bu araba, hadihi sayara, gari, ye gari. So you're not saying just a car. When you go into a different community, you're going to have different emotions, different chemistry, if you will, different opportunities, a lot of stuff. And you really don't need to learn an entirely new language to find different communities. I mean, you really don't. Practically, you really don't. But once you get into all of that juicy subtleties between different languages, dialects, and accents, you know what? It's gonna be more delicious. What about this ichigo ichie? In the Japanese culture, they believe, and it is logical, one meeting, one go. Even if you meet with a person who you are very familiar with, every time you meet him, there are certain elements that makes your meeting the very first and last meeting ever of its exact, precise type. What do I mean about that? The whole domino effect, the whole butterfly effect, if you are familiar with the butterfly effect, that once you meet a person and he or she is communicating to you, there have been a set of possibilities, events and circumstances that led them to be in that specific exact mood and that types of interest, etc. So it's like when you are on a boat on the sea and you're like doing this, you're just submerging half of your finger into the water, and then you're doing like that. You can never replicate that exact type of wave. Even if you did geometrically, it won't be these exact particles of that past time. So it's all about appreciating what you already have, and yeah, you can like take a selfie and store and try to celebrate that moment, but realize it is impossible for you to get those types of moments. So what about different languages? Experiencing these moments in different languages. That's funny. Yeah, it is very funny in a good way and very delicious. It's like having an entirely different planet. The word qaha in Arabic is a verb, which means to feel stuffed. And it was used to describe wine. Qahwa used to mean wine, because drinking wine makes you feel full. So coffee is a drink that makes you feel full. All right, what does that have to do with anything? Well, when we think about what we usually deal with, when we get its etymological root, it kind of, opens up different windows when we think about this specific thing. All right, what about dolce far niente? In Italiano, dolce is sweet and far is to do something, niente, nothing. It's to negate, all right? It's a negation particle, all right. All right. So the Italians believe that doing nothing is actually delicious. All right, so have at it. Brains don't work just on grammar. If I change languages, switch languages, yeah, they function in different grammars, but it's still my brain. Different little areas here and there, different pathways, probably. Well, really, you honestly, it's not like, a marketing type of a deal, I'm gonna say right, but I mean left, that type of a deal. If you just know English, you're already set, seriously. So if it's not a necessity to learn other language, you really don't need to, but are you in creative mode? When you play Minecraft, before you play, you get asked, is it survival mode or creative mode? Creative mode can be way more fun. Survival mode has its own fun as well. So I guess people, when in life, it's not like a boring, frozen type of deal. It's, people can zigzag back and forth between that. So as long as you are in creative mode, different languages give you lots of different things to work with, different tools, different material. Neuroplasticity, it just makes your brain healthier, to make your brain create new baby cute neurons, all right? Brain connectivity makes your brain wrap itself around a certain topic with more and more wires, if you will, or nets. So it creates a special mixture, all right, of understanding. All right, not necessary, but delightful. Etymological, all right, etimo means the essence of something. Logical, all right, the science of, or like the field of knowledge of. So etymological means the field of knowledge that is all about knowing the root of any word. So it gives you a lot of aha moments, like the whole coffee thing. Why is it called coffee? From Arabic, qaha, which gave us the Arabic word for qahwa, which means coffee. And they have called it that because any drink that makes you don't want to eat anymore, it's called qahwa. That's why you add sweets with your coffee. Cognitive flexibility, again, if you want to grasp something, you didn't get a handle, all right, from English. All right, how about trying Italiano? No, how about trying Japanese? Then you're just gonna grab it. It just facilitates wrestling with any like heavy duty type of intellectual. Did I just die a little bit? Sorry. With a heavy duty type of intellectual matter. All right, more mental sovereignty, self-explanatory. I mean, you're not going to be brainwashed if you just all around anybody who tries to brainwash you. You're going to be really flexible. That's all I got now. Thank you. I love you, the single lonely person in the whole entire demography who watch this video, because every time I see At the very end, 1% had lasted. Thank you. I love you.